I've got a whale of a whale of a tail, because your sister's a whale. I took her tonsils out, if you know what I mean. Harpooned her 'cause she's fat, P-H-A-T. And I took her braces out and gave her a set of false teeth so that she could drink tomato juice without using a soup or straw. Anyway, after that, I went to jail for misgendering her. In fact, I've been given a lifelong sentence. I'm presently on death row. My name is Stephen Hinckley. I live in South Carolina, and I have freckles on every single part of my body, including my butthole. So there I was, sitting in jail, waiting for my hot Hispanic girlfriend to come in with a cake with a hacksaw inside of it that I was going to use to cut out of the barred windows and escape from jail until, well, this day and age, the government has frickin' files on cartoon mice and hippopotami, plural for hippopotamus, Porky Pig. Yeah, there's really no hope of escaping the government anymore. They have drones and laser beams and nanobots and transformers all over the place, including in your... Anyway, I'm in jail. So what happened was she came in with the cake, and I will admit, I felt frizzled, unkempt, dissatisfied, ready to be a cut-in and go to the manager. Not that there was one. It was fucking prison, because the cake was cheesecake, and I hate cheesecake. Anyway, I myself needed dental surgery after biting into the cake, not realizing the shocking and horrible truth that what I bit into was not a hacksaw, which admittedly would have damaged my teeth either way. Don't ask questions. I'm talking. Thank you. Speak out of turn, I'll give you a spanking. It's like I gave your sister before I misgendered her. Oh boy, it was a VHS tape. I put on my stylish Buddy Holly glasses that they allowed me to have in jail as long as I kept them chained to the wall so that I couldn't use them to cut myself. That doesn't make any sense. Lo and behold, in size 22 Comic Sans oregano font, on the side of the sleeve, the lost episode of Duckman. Duckman Goes Wild. Okay, what the fuck? I'm not a furry. I don't want to have sex with animals. I mean, then again, when you've been in prison for a long time, there aren't any women around except for the ones who bring you VHS tapes stacked in cheesecake. I don't know. Maybe a duckbill platypus is more worthy of my D than she is, or he. I forget. I don't know. You ask her or him. Anyway, I popped it into the VHS player that we keep in the rec room, and I began to watch the tape. I took a break from making license plates with Trump 1 bumper stickers and crap like that admittedly you could get thrown into jail yourself just for saying out loud. Thank you, thought police. Anyway, I continued watching the tape. The Duckman theme song played, which was cool and was certainly welcome. If you haven't seen Duckman, it has this cool spy theme. Na, 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 na. And the animation resents the Rugrats classic slopo animation style before it went as business as a result of going out of style, but it was by the Rugrats people. So anyway, it's a lovely introduction with Duckman, the anthropomorphic cartoon duck, voiced by Jerry Seinfeld, whistling at the nearby passing anthropomorphic women. This show really was for furries, wasn't it? Shit. I'm going to have to gouge my eyes out now. Oh, well, I will after I'm done telling you about this haunted VHS tape. The episode began. At the bottom of the screen, I was confused because there was a date on the screen. September 12th, 2001. Now, wait a minute. Duckman stopped airing in the 90s, and it was far even from the end of the 90s, you know. Something was truly wrong and sinister about this tape based on a wrong date alone. Duckman was in his private eye office. In case you didn't know, Duckman was a detective, along with his sidekick, a Sherlock Holmes-esque cartoon Kafkaesque pig named Cornfed, with the last name of Pig, because every cartoon pig, say Porky Pig, Cornfed Pig, Peppa Peppa Pig, the Foghorn Leghorn Pig. Who cares? Anyway, Duckman begins reading a note that he got in the mail from a potential client. Courtney, I just can't believe it anymore, Duckman said, screaming, because he always screamed when he talked, which always hurt the voice actor's voice, which is why I did voice him in the computer game that not a lot of people know about. Duckman, I don't know what you're talking about. You're going to need to speak louder. Courtney! Duckman just screamed into the camera as it zoomed into his beak mouth, like an M.C. Escher The Scream painting, where he just shrieks in a horror and surrealistic Mexican artistic format. I paused the VHS tape and got a six-pack of Mountain Dew Baja Blast, consuming each one in one gulp before unpausing and continue watching the tape in honor of my Hispanic heritage and this Duckman art. Corey! We got ourselves a new client from New York City. Okay, Duckman, don't be so excited. I can't help it but be excited, Cody. I haven't fucked anyone since 1982. Well, we didn't need to know anything about that. Plus, he's a duck. I mean, did you know that female ducks have dozens of fake vaginas because they get raped by male ducks all the... That's disgusting. Sorry. It says right here that on September 11th, 2001, there was a terrorist attack on the World Trade Center. We know all about it, Duckman. Suddenly, the tape cut to actual live footage of the September 11th attacks on the various, I don't want to say it. I'm uncomfortable. What the fuck is this? Who made this tape? I took out the tape and set it on fire, and then wouldn't you know it, after it was down to ashes, it regenerated somehow. It was at that point that I realized the shocking and horrible truth. This tape was created in a secret government lab. No wonder. I put the tape back in the VHS player and continued playing. As it turned out, Duckman was onto the same thing too, and was inside a government headquarters basement that turned out to be a pizza parlor in Washington, D.C. I smell a Pizzagate, Corny, Duckman said, snorting cocaine off a hooker's ass crack. Suddenly, a mashed up, folded slice of pizza came out of the hooker's asshole and hit Cornfed square between the eyes. Brooklyn style folded, baby, Jerry Seinfeld exclaimed. What the fuck? I don't want to watch this anymore. Anyway, as the episode played out, they rummaged through the basement, opening up filing cabinets and throwing out pieces of paper weights, copies of Atlas Shrugged. You could use those as a doorstop. Ron Paul bumper stickers, which makes no sense given Ron Paul hadn't run for president yet, so how the hell they knew that, I didn't know. Until finally the shocking truth was revealed. There was a knock at the basement door. I think we should get it, Duckman, said Cornfed. I think you should have an apple bobbed up your ass and eaten alive by bleep. Although it was censored, I read it, and Duckman said something really racist that I don't want to repeat here. Okay. Anyway, they went to open the door, and lo and behold, oh shit, no wonder. It was Michael Richards, the guy who played Kramer from Seinfeld, who had that incident at the Laugh Club that... I'm so offended. I don't want to finish talking about this. I'm really, really bothered by this. He started saying dirty racial slurs. Really, it was the same word again and again. I'll let you guess which one. And hint, it wasn't cracker. I turned off the tape and I flushed it down the toilet in the prison. Lo and behold, the toilet overflew until there was no water left in the drains. I shrunk myself down to the size of one of those like ships in one of those movies where you go inside the human body, like the Magic School Bus or some shit. I came out on the other side, and then once the shrinking ran out, that's what she said, I was free. I swam my way through raw sewage pipes and went across the Panama Canal through Mexico and those other countries in Central America no one talks about. You racist. And I live in Argentina now. That was after a stop in Brazil. My understanding is they're cloning me. They're cloning me for some sort of future transhumanistic war. Of course, I let them know that I had been in prison for misgendering and they didn't want me to be part of trans anything anymore. They won't even let me play with Transformers anymore. Anyway, I just bought the complete series of Duckman off of Amazon just so I could return it and get the money for the return, which makes no sense. It'll come out even. Good thing Amazon Prime is free. I said I'm a student. School of Hard Knocks. Life's a bitch and then you die. I'm already dead inside.